We're leaving Albuquerque, and today the road will take us east on historic Route 66 all the way to Amarillo, Texas, where we'll have fun among steaks, Cadillacs, and the huge canyon. Yes, the adventure continues, y'all. I'm riding in my RV, wherever I want to be, 'cause I'm free in my RV, yeah. Well, away we go. Albuquerque was a lot of fun, but now we're going to Texas, y'all.
Turn right toward South Hill, then turn left.
The Lone Star State awaits. Route 66 as a continuous highway doesn't really exist anymore in many parts of the West. It has mostly been replaced by Interstate 40, but a few sections remain, mostly the ones that went through the center of towns, and we're going to explore a few of those. Now driving through Tijeras Canyon, and this is the last high elevation we're going to encounter on our trip here, reaching about 7,000 feet. Of course, there's always the inevitable traffic jam. Let's stop at this rest area really quick because my trailer brakes have started acting up. They are failing intermittently. The rest area is pretty full. Oh, in the nick of time. I checked all the fuses and everything seems to be fine. And it is intermittent, so it must be something physically wrong, like maybe a loose wire. Anyway, I'm going to continue. I'll just have to drive more conservatively. At least all the big mountains are now behind us. It should be pretty flat from now on. Here in Santa Rosa, we're gonna get off the interstate and see one of those old Route 66 attractions. This one is called the Blue Hole. Well, had a quick lunch in there. Didn't show you because we just a TV dinner. And now we're here at the Blue Hole. This is one of those Route 66 roadside attractions here in Santa Rosa. So let's check it out. If it was a couple of degrees warmer, I would get in, but water is probably cold. The Blue Hole is actually a natural artesian well, and it would have been cool to have some snorkeling gear because apparently there are several curious objects at the bottom, not to mention a labyrinth of caves that has actually been sealed to prevent inexperienced divers from trying it out. Water temperature 61 degrees. There's no way I'm getting in there. I am torn between my curiosity and my own preparedness. Maybe next year when we do the whole Route 66. Oh yeah, that water may just be a little too cold. I had no intention of getting in anyway. Now we continue. Tucumcari, the halfway point of Route 66, and eventually Amarillo. Here's looking at the town of Santa Rosa and the Blue Hole one more time. It is pure desert out here. Let's explore another section of Route 66. Let's see what the town of Tucumcari looks like these days. It does look like Tucumcari has seen better days. Not everything is in ruins. The smoking business seems to be booming. But a lot of establishments and houses are all boarded up and in decay. I mean, there is only so much a town can do to live off the nostalgia, the Americana. At some point, you need real businesses and real attractions to get people to come off the interstate. So people can have real jobs, stay in town, make a living. And it looks like Tucumcari has failed at that. But today we're just driving through, so we'll do a far more detailed visit when we do Route 66 next year. And we'll find out what happened to Tucumcari. And with that, we're saying goodbye to the land of enchantment and hello to the Lone Star State. Also entering the Central Time Zone, which means we lose an hour. Entering Central Time Zone. No welcome to Texas yet? Alright.
Welcome to Texas.
Oh, thank you. Wind farms as far as the eye can see. We've got one more stop before Amarillo, and this is one we've missed on all of our previous trips to this area. The first time, I didn't know about it. The second time, I had fractured my ankle, so we were hightailing it back to Florida. So in our case, third time is the charm. Here we have some horses doing what horses do. You know, horsing around. Don't let me get distracted. The reason we're here is because this is the halfway point of Route 66. Finally made it to this spot that we've missed in the past. Actually, we've been through here twice. Unfortunately, the cafe is closed today. The Midpoint Cafe, very famous. Why is it called Midpoint, you might ask? Of course, we're on Route 66, so you have to have an antique car. Probably something from the mid-50s. But what I wanted to show you is this, and I'm gonna walk across Route 66 here because this happens to be the midpoint of Route 66, the halfway point. And it's very cool to finally be here. 1139 miles to Los Angeles, 1139 to Chicago. Here we are, midpoint, Route 66. It says it here too. I'm so glad we finally made it here. I just wish the cafe was open because that was kind of the plan, you know, eat something. Anyway, let's continue. Here we are, Amarillo KOA journey. Let's go eat some steak. And of course, Amarillo is famous for the Big Texan and the 72-ounce ribeye challenge. I'm just gonna have a regular steak. Here we are, let's eat. Here we are at the Big Texan. Here we go, that's the limo where they go pick you up. Hello there. They have a shooting range and a brewery. It's called the Whoop Your Donkey IPA. Oh yeah, I'm really going to enjoy this.
Yep. Well, I hear a train coming.
Oh yeah.
It's rolling down the hill. I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison.
Yeah, it is so great that they have tableside live entertainment. Someone's doing the 72-ounce. If you do manage to eat the whole 72-ounce ribeye with all the fixings within the allotted time, it is free. Maybe one of these days I'll do it. Well, hello, Moose. Well, that was really good. I mean, it wasn't as good as I remember from 2019, but actually the ambience and the music at the end kind of made up for it. So yeah, the Big Texan, it's something you must do if you come to Amarillo. Oh, I'm stuffed. This video is sponsored by Surfshark VPN, our longtime sponsor. VPN, it stands for Virtual Private Network, and that's exactly what it does. It creates a private, secure connection between your devices and the internet. And I have a confession to make. A couple of weeks ago, actually, my only good option for internet was public Wi-Fi, and I neglected to connect to my VPN. Well, the next morning, someone had gotten access to one of my email addresses. I was able to recover it, but that was not a good time. So I cannot stress enough how crucial it is to have a VPN when you connect to a potentially insecure Wi-Fi. Someone could be eavesdropping on that connection and potentially stealing your passwords, or even worse. That's its main function. And I think that's reason enough to get a VPN, but that's not its only function. My favorite is you can change your location virtually. For example, there's some content that is not available where you are, but it's available somewhere else. Well, with the click of a button, you could be in Spain, Canada, England, Australia. So great. It has other features, you know, like incognito search and all that. But anyway, just go to surfshark.deals/MyRV and enter promo code MyRV at checkout, and you get a great deal. Check it out. Oh, I could spend all morning staring at these helicopters here. and that looks like a Bell Boeing V-22 Osprey, a tilt rotor, kind of a hybrid between a helicopter and a turboprop airplane. Well, enough of that. As if we didn't have enough beef already, I'm going to make picadillo. After putting some salt and pepper, we're gonna start working it. Yeah, this is very satisfying. We've got some chopped onions. Let's add more salt. Red peppers, and yeah, that's my hair. Some green onions, and yeah, this is a slightly different recipe. The good thing about picadillo is you can make it any way you want. That was garlic, by the way. Now for the not-so-secret ingredient, vino seco, and strained tomatoes or tomato sauce, oregano, some cumin, and smoked paprika, the trifecta, and a little cayenne pepper, and today I'm feeling adventurous, so some annatto for color. Let's mix it all up. Oh, that looks good. Now that it's reduced a little bit, let's eat. Well, we haven't had a home-cooked meal in a while, so this is gonna be good. Bon appetit. Oh, it is windy out there. Well, anyway, we're kind of winding down our epic road trip of winter-spring 2024 here. But there's a very famous state park here near Amarillo. It's called Palo Duro Canyon, and it's supposed to be the Grand Canyon of Texas. And second largest canyon in the United States. I don't know, we've heard great things. We don't have a whole lot of time to do like all the hikes, but let's check it out. If you like trains, come to the west. You'll see plenty. Well, first fuel in over a month or more actually, at less than $3. $2.99 minus my 10 cents with the Loves app. All of a sudden, the topography is starting to get interesting as we cross the narrower side of the canyon. Here, on the right, Bar Z Winery. They are a harvest host. I was there in 2019. Great Tempranillo wine, and they'll even provide 30 amps if you ask nicely. And here we are, Palo Duro Canyon State Park. Let's stop by the visitor center first. Here we go. I think to call it the Grand Canyon of Texas might be a little bit hyperbolic, but it is beautiful nonetheless. There seems to be a school field trip. Yeah, our luck. CCC structure built in 1934. And this is what remains of the Coronado Lodge. I can imagine people coming here, road tripping on Route 66, and staying here at the Coronado in the roaring 30s and the 1940s. the 1950s. They have several exhibits here at the Visitor Center. Here we have a chimney, a fireplace, which used to be part of the Civilian Conservation Corps Recreation Center. Before they began construction in 1933, when the state of Texas bought this land to turn it into a state park, the CCC built all this infrastructure first, like barracks, mess hall, and the aforementioned recreation center. It's a very pretty drive, but I think to really enjoy this park, you have to get off the main road and do some of the hiking trails. They also have outfitters that will take you on a jeep tour or a horseback riding tour. And since we're thinking of doing the whole Route 66 next year, or at least we hope we can, this is something we might do. Now going all the way to the bottom of the canyon. Let's go all the way around, and this is the thing. The guide provided with the map gives you GPS coordinates for all the points of interest, but entering those by hand on Google Maps is kind of cumbersome. I would prefer large interpretive signs at all these places. Anyway, let's see if there's river access here. Well, it would seem like there may be river access here, so let's check it out. It would seem this connects to one of the hiking trails. Paseo del Rio Trail, I believe it is called. Yeah, this park is definitely meant to be walked and not so much driven. So many hiking trails and horseback riding trails. We definitely came unprepared today. This, by the way, the Prairie Dog Fork of the Red River. Very peaceful, very nice. Fortunately, today we don't have the time to do all that much exploring. I mean, we need to be back by 5 p.m. for the live stream, and yeah, this is just a quick overview. And in a couple of years, we'll be back and actually stay in one of the campgrounds and explore the park. Yeah, we're really winding down our trip here. I have a feeling we've treated Palo Duro unfairly. I mean, this trip has been epic, right? We've been to Utah and the real Grand Canyon, all of which are fresh in our memory. And as beautiful as this is, it is definitely unfair competition. And here's the Big Cave Trailhead. So let's stop really quick. I would have done it, but I forgot my hiking shoes. As the name would indicate, there's the Big Cave. It is truly a beautiful place. I just love the juxtaposition of the dark green vegetation with the red rocks. A true gem here in the otherwise featureless prairie of the Texas Panhandle. Well, yeah, Palo Duro Canyon, beautiful. And today, for the first time since the last time we were in Texas, since Rio Grande Village, it feels hot. It's in the 80s, dry heat. Well, I'm gonna pass by the brewery and get a local IPA, and then we've got a live stream. And then tomorrow, we're going south because there's a solar eclipse happening here soon. Very windy morning here in the Texas plains. Well, we've got one more thing, one more point of interest here in Amarillo, along historic Route 66. Perhaps the most famous one. We actually got a glimpse on our way into town 2 days ago. That is none other than the world-famous Cadillac Ranch. Yep, it's gonna be fun.
In 300 feet, you will arrive at your destination.
Fun trying to paint the Cadillacs in this wind. Super windy. Well, it came all the way here, might as well see it. I guess people go to town painting the tarmac as well. Never really saw the appeal to tag. But nowadays, they even have a truck and trailer selling spray paint. Someone definitely smelled a business opportunity here. It is so windy, I don't think we're gonna be spray painting anything, but let's get close to the Cadillacs and see it. I was hoping to fly the drone. That's not gonna happen either. It's getting worse. Anyway, here we are. Cadillac Ranch. Look at this paint that fell off the Cadillac. That was intense. I mean, it is super windy today, and it's not gonna be a fun drive going south. Let me see if my windy app tells me how windy it is right now. 29 knots, whatever that means. It's in the red, so yep. Anyway, we're going to head south. We'll probably stop by Abilene or a little farther south, you know, just kind of halfway from here to Austin. Because in 2 days, we have an eclipse. I mean, this was fun in a painful kind of way. Okay, we're facing the wrong direction, so let's make a U-turn. Because we can. Well, if you've been following for a while, you know this is not the first time I make a U-turn in Route 66. This one was a little easier though. It helps being short and nimble. Even though Starship doesn't have the best turning radius, but nothing coming. Let's do it. There's a big cowboy there that I'm just gonna take a picture from here and we continue. It's a muffler man. Here we are. He does look like a tough guy, like a Texan tough guy. Oh yeah, it is one of those roadside attractions. Now we can go. It is going to be a windy and dusty ride going south. starting to look a little, just a little like hill country. It was only a matter of time until we killed the bug, smack in the middle of the lens. Well, we're going to spend the night at Cracker Barrel in Abilene. RV parking is full, but there's plenty of room. Cracker Barrel, by the way, one of my favorite overnight spots. Love fried chicken. On the next one, we continue south towards Austin and San Antonio. Until then, thank you so much for watching, and see you on the road. Riding in my